Okay, Summer, I have a couple questions for you. One, I want to know what your education is, but I really want you to tell me what has you here with me today.
Well, I'm a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse since 2011. I grew up knowing from a very young age that I wanted to help people. I didn't know how until I was took care of my grandmother's. I helped my mother take care of my grandmother with Alzheimer's. I was also at a young age, and I started realizing that I wanted to go towards the healthcare system. So I went to school, graduated, started in healthcare, and the first couple years I enjoyed it to a certain extent. And then as time went on, I started to find a lot out through research. Things I just always wanted to find out a why behind things. So I started researching things, looking up things. Um, I
Well,
had,
that's dangerous business right there.
oh yeah, my oldest daughter is the only one of my three children that ever had any vaccinations, and she only had one round, and she had some pretty bad reactions to those vaccinations. So I
I'm so sorry
started
to hear that.
researching the why, because the healthcare system didn't want to explain it. They wanted to make it sound like these were normal reactions, and I didn't believe that. So I started finding things out, and I've kind of been on that path researching since. And as I have researched and went along this journey and found a lot of things out, going into the buildings that I've worked with has caused me a lot of heartache because I see a lot of
Yeah.
patients receiving the same things. It's kind of like a pyramid of the same things. And the medications that I even have to administer is has gone against my moral compass. Um,
Mm.
to almost to the point at one point I felt like I was like numbing myself, like kind of like having like an out of body experience. Like I would like, you know, go through my shift and my personality started to like get pushed under. And
What would
I,
happen if you denied those medications?
oh, if I would have denied giving those
Mhm.
medications,
Yeah,
I
they
would
didn't
be,
they didn't sit well with your morality. What would happen to you if you did say no?
I wouldn't have a job.
Mm.
Yeah. Yes. But I will say that I was very blessed after COVID because absolutely refused to give any patient a COVID vaccine, any type of vaccination after COVID. And I actually had a boss that was very, very understanding of that. She was in upper
Really?
management. Yes, I was very blessed. And I went into her office and told her that I absolutely will never give somebody one of these vaccinations. And she supported me in that and never had me do that. So
Wow.
that was a blessing. So I have been searching and praying about going the functional holistic route for many years now, and feel like this door got open to me, and I'm very thankful for it, and I'm going to work my very hardest to um, my very hardest to be the best at it that I can be and support others around me, whether that be patient or coworkers. So I'm very excited about it.
And Dr. Ali.
And Dr. Ali,
Yeah,
love
so we're going to
Dr.
go
Ali.
straight into how did you find Dr. Ali? Because I'll tell you how I found him when you're done.
Okay, so I have lately been supplementing, like doing pickup, like PRN work as a nurse, and I only
Huh?
do it when absolutely necessary financially. Um, I have a couple years ago literally went into some pediatric home health. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Um, I felt like God was like, no. And I stepped aside from like facility nursing, started doing a little pediatrics. My husband and I, our income went down dramatically because of that for a couple years. And then, having three kids, things happening. A few months ago, I decided to start picking up PRN shifts here and there to supplement financially
What is PRN for those who don't know? What does it mean? I'm sorry.
as needed.
Okay.
So it would be like a needed, like they have a shift that's not covered, that they are short staffed and you pick up.
A substitute teacher, basically, but RN.
Yeah. So you're filling out in at different facilities. So I was working at a facility called Grove Manor in Grove City, and Dr. Ali would come in on Wednesdays. And I noticed right away he was very kind. There was a situation that was not right, that happened with a hospice agency, and I won't list names or details, but he saw that I was
Please
very
don't.
upset about it.
Liability is a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He I was crying, like crying, and everybody understood why I was crying, and I started to get kind of upset. And I was, going from crying to like getting pretty heated. And he came up behind me and patted my back. And
Oh.
I looked up and it was him, and he's like, "It's okay. It's okay. You did the right thing." And I'm like, "Who is this guy? This is a nice doctor." And so, like, I would get his folder all ready for him when he would come in and make sure it was super organized for him. Like, I went out of my way because he was so kind too. Like, I was like, I'm going to make sure his day goes smoother because I just enjoyed conversation with him. Well, then I'd be going over doctor's orders with him, and I would ask him, like, why are they ordering this? Or why are they prescribing this? Like, this person just probably needs some magnesium. Like, why don't they test for this? And he noticed that, but and he would like kind of look at me and smile. And then I started like here looking at some things that he was saying, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. And I'm like, he's different. He's a different kind of doctor. So then, fast forward a couple weeks, he's sitting down at the desk he sat at because I was there on Wednesdays. That's when I was picking up the same day as him. And he said, I had a nurse that, I'm just starting to go into functional medicine. Here's my card. I had a nurse and she really loved working for me, but she needed benefits. So she had to go back to a cardiology office.
Mm.
And I
She was
immediately,
so sweet too, by the way.
yeah. So he started talking to me, and I looked him right in the eye and I go, I don't need benefits.
Okay.
Straight, straight faced. I was like, I don't need benefits. And he looked at me and he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, I could work for you. And
Nice.
he was like, he's like, I was feeling the waters because I could tell you're a type A. He's like,
Yeah.
I could tell you're very like boom, 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 boom. You're a type A. You're organized. I need someone like that. And then he was like, basically like, come into the office, check it out. I want you to see what I have there, what I'm offering. And so I did, and I went, and it's amazing. Like he had the red light sauna. I do red light at home already. I already have like the belt and all that
Have you seen
stuff.
his cold water plunge tank?
Yes, I have this little blow up one I use in my backyard. I mean, it
I'm learning to
works.
use it. Have you used his InBody yet?
I have not done the in body yet. He
Okay.
showed me it,
When
but I
I come
haven't done it
back,
yet.
you and I will go through the equipment and I get to play with it, okay?
Yes, yeah, I'm excited about it. But I
How'd you
did
learn
the
about
sauna.
me?
What's that?
How'd you learn about me and him?
Well, so all he did, like he told me his team, like he introduced me group
Hmm.
text and was like, "Hey, this is Summer," and everybody was like, "Hi." And so I had just known about you, like I knew you were affiliated with him and worked
Okay.
alongside with him, but I didn't really know exactly. Like I knew you were doing genetics. Like he told me, like she's doing, and that was it. And he gave me like the websites to go over. And then when I messaged him, I was on a camping trip, so I had like a lot of downtime. So I was like going
Mhm.
through his emails
It was
and
like
like,
God designed this for you.
yes, and I had a lot of solitude, which I needed. And the last day of my camping trip, I was like, I'm like, I want him to like, I want this to go somewhere. And I was like, he needs to like, we need to do something with pediatrics because I
Mhm.
had been in my quiet time, and I'm like, every time I talk to people, it's their children. And I was
Mhm.
like, okay, so if you only had enough to feed yourself or your children, if that's what you had, most parents would say, I'm going to feed my children.
Mhm.
And I was like, Dr. Ali, I was like, listen to me. And I shot him a text. And I was like, pediatrics, this is what I'm seeing. We need to go this route. We can build there. And he's like, well, I've been trying. And then I rewrote him a message again. And I was like, I'm telling you, this is key to what you've been working so hard for. And then,
I've been working on him for a while, by the way.
yeah, so I just was like, it just came over me. And I'm like, boom. I'm like, no, this is key to what you've been working so hard for. This is it. This is the mark. This is what people are desperate. There's so many kids struggling, even with just like eczema, even simple, like parents are concerned, like, why can't they get rid of this rash? That just keeps popping up, and these kids are putting cream on their skin and they're itching it, and no parent wants to see their child go through that. And it puts a burden on these families,
Mhm.
and me working in a pediatric home health setting, I have seen what parents are going through. And
Oh, yeah.
it is excruciating. I can't even imagine. So I just know that that's like the targets on our kids right now, and parents are desperately searching for an answer. And then all of a sudden, he just literally group messaged the three of us right after I texted him that second message. Because,
Well, he was actually messaging me privately
okay. All
before
right.
he did the group. He wanted to make sure it was acceptable for me. So I'm really committed, and we'll get more into this quite a bit. But I really am interested in peds mental health and what genomics can do. And we talked
Yes.
about that a little bit the first day we had our first, face to face on Zoom. That's a big deal. And right now, I'm considering you an incredible ally.
Yeah.
I think you are the missing link that Ali, Dr. Ali, and I, we need that intermediary there to
Yes.
get my patients, more attention with Dr. Ali, but also to have a second set of eyes with me.
Yes.
And then when we first talked, I announced to you First Step Medicine, and I have not announced it to the world yet. Have you had a chance to read the website?
I went over the website today. Yeah.
What
I
did you
only
think
spent
of the
about 10
concept?
minutes on it because
Yeah,
I
it's
had to
okay.
make
It's not
dinner
very
and
big.
stuff. I love it.
Do
I
you?
love it. I think that it is, I think that where people are, I think people are ready.
Mhm.
There's a shift right now, and people are ready. And I think that it's just enough to not, like, you know, make people like, I don't want to do
Score.
that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? But
Yeah.
it's enough to like get them there over that line,
I think it's
off the
exactly
fence,
what we
get
need.
them off the fence. Like,
Yeah.
it's enough to get them off the fence.
So this is our soft announcement. We're not going to be sharing this like really hard just yet. So basically, I'm working with 12 practitioners behind the scenes. You and Dr. Ali are two of them. And we've created this program where patients and or their parents get a lot more attention. We have doctors like Dr. Ali who have committed to starting with their genome and nutraceutical support first, only turning to pharmacology when absolutely necessary, which
Yes.
is how it was designed.
Yes.
It was never meant to be where you go. It's a rebranding. It's no longer complementary medicine as it is in most other countries, alternative medicine like it is here in the United States. We are rebranding the entire process and calling it first step medicine.
Yes.
And guess what we included, Summer? Are you ready?
Yes.
If we have found that these problems or the issues or let's say the dis-ease that a patient is having and it's linked to let's say a poke or
Yeah.
say it's linked to an antibiotic,
Yep.
we will file theirs.
Yes.
We will
I
make
love it.
sure there's not going to be any money compensation or any lawsuit, but we're going to make sure there's documented
Proof.
proof. Now, one of the individuals that came into my practice, not poked in any way, shape, or form, but he was exposed to formaldehyde from new flooring from lumber liquidators. And yes, I'm saying it because it was a class action lawsuit that linked it to cancer. Well, his grandfather was dying of colon cancer. And so they took this baby, which nobody knew at the time, nobody knew it was from the flooring. And they had this baby crawling around, 2.5-year-old, almost three, crawling around on this flooring with high formaldehyde. Well, when I did his gene report, he can't break down formaldehyde. That's when this highly intelligent, very advanced child slipped into autism.
Yes,
And so I think that needs to be documented, sent to the companies, and
absolutely.
most doctors do not have the time to do that. So in my program, we have a paralegal team who's going
Yes,
to do it for us. Little quick letters, and we will store the letters. That way, if they ever come up, we had no idea that formaldehyde was related to autism. Dude, we're going to pull it up. We sent
here
this
it
to you.
is. Here it is.
Here it is. We warned you. We sent it to you. You're responsible. Um,
Mhm.
and we need to have these conversations, and we need companies like ours to be so bold. We're going to call a spade a spade.
Yes, absolutely. 100,000 million%.
And not because we want money, not because, but because we want change.
Truth, change, justice.
Yes. And we want these parents to feel heard.
Heard, heard.
Yes. I am so tired of hearing, we get lots of these big fights of autism is genetic. It's not genetic. Okay, stop. Everybody stop. I explain it in a weird way. Okay, so genetic is you, it's your grandparent, your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents, and yada yada yada. Genomic is how all of those ancestors came together to form you. Which brings us right back to where we started today. And the 1 in 43 septillion. And
Yep.
I'm 1 in 5 decillion.
Hmm.
I didn't even know these numbers existed. Let's be really, really clear. I'm not that smart. Um, um, gosh, I want to see what yours are. Like, I want to get you done and I want to see what
I
yours.
know. I'm excited about mine. Yeah. I
I
was
think
telling
I'm
my
going to
husband.
start including that in every single Genome Speaks, which is our big report. I think I want
Hmm.
to start including that. Just like a
Yeah.
little write up. It only took me a few minutes to figure it out using AI help.
Hmm.
That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I found Ali. I was at a conference. I was on stage and I'm teaching. And this is going to be kind of bittersweet, but I'm teaching, and the questions on hand were, but patients can't afford this. And
Hmm.
that was the doctors that were there at Intellect's DNA's conference. They cannot afford this. And I spoke. And what I said was, you are making considerations for your patients.
Mm.
You are making them small people.
Yes.
You are limiting their ability instead of saying to them, yes, I realize this service as an investment. I got that. It's absolutely an investment. And there's going to be some sacrifices necessary to do this. Completely understand you. How much have you already sacrificed? And then so I led this whole thing. You don't need to make considerations for your patients' concerns. They are grown people.
Yes.
If they want it that bad, they will find a way. They
They will
are
do it.
powerful, they are capable, and I refuse to pretend like they're small and not capable people. And so this is me on stage saying this and letting them be aware that by saying my patients are poor, my patients are blah 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 blah, you have basically just put, I want to say a curse, but you have just put limitations on your patients instead of seeing them as the big people, the capable people that they are, and expecting that. And so afterwards, I got a standing ovation, but that's, I love to speak. Hand me a microphone. I'm going to get a standing ovation.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I love it. But then Ali came up to me afterwards and took me by the hand. Evidently,
Mhm.
he's not afraid of touch. And
I
says,
know she's not.
first time he touched me, I was like, um, okay.
Who are you? Who are you?
He was like, that was so profound. And I was just like, okay. And that was our partnership right there. We started communicating, we followed up, and then when I found that I wanted a medical license above me and I wanted somebody to report to, and I wanted to be able to get prescriptions and have true informed consent, I started forming this. And so as I grew in who I was going to become, I just made that alliance with Dr. Ali. Then one alliance led to another, led to another. I've been working on these programs behind the scenes for 5 years. I've only
Grace.
known Dr. Ali for it'll be 2 years. 2 years? 1 year. 1 year.
Wow.
Ugh,
Wow.
1 year. Oh my goodness, I didn't think about that. We formed our actual partnership in the way that you've seen it. Like there's not a written partnership, it's just a verbal agreement. Um, September of last year.
Wow.
And it came because I had a little boy. He had childhood leukemia and autism, supposedly. And we did his gene report, and I could map my way into his childhood leukemia and I could map my way into his autism. And within 2 months, he put on 20 pounds, became fully verbal, lost all of his symptoms of autism, and was starting to lose the symptoms of leukemia.
Hmm.
And guess what happened?
What happened?
Department of Children's Services came in and took custody because his relative, I'm not going to name names because this is, I'm known for this. I was on the news. I'm known for this. So I'm going to be really careful where I tread here. Um, but a family member reported his mom for not wanting to do the chemical stuff anymore.
Hmm.
And they gave him 3 rounds of chemo by Monday morning. They took him on a Friday night. I ended up appearing in court. There's a gag order, so that's about all I can say because that's all publicly known. And I will say that when I went to the hospital, because I actually had the kahunas to go to the hospital and bring the DNA report and say, ugh, why are you not considering this? The oncologist never even showed up. I had an intern and nobody cared. They threw it in the garbage. Nobody paid any attention to it. I said, if you're not going to listen to the ones that we ran, could you please run your own? Like you have a geneticist in the hospital, right? Can you run your own? And can you hold off on any actions until the results get back? Or could you be conservative on your actions until at least they did zero testing to see where he was? They literally just started treating. And it broke my heart. Like it just about destroyed me. It just about crushed me. Of course, then there was legal proceedings with me, and it was a whew, there was a whole lot. Then I decided that I'm done playing this game. They need me to walk like a duck, quack like a duck, but I can't. I'm not a
Yeah.
duck.
Yes, you're not. Hmm.
I could bring a duck on. We'll be all right.
Hmm.
And then it, instead of breaking me, which it almost did, it made me so fueled that I focused all of my attention and just dug in deep. And that's where I've been since November of last year, is like just dug in. I'm going to figure this out. There has to be a way that patients get everything they need, doctors get everything they need. And then when I started doing this program, I realized they both need the same thing.
Yes.
So I made the program.
And what happened to a parent having a choice? Or
You don't. You
it's
don't.
only a choice when, they want you to have a choice when it comes to certain things,
When you
right?
agree with them, you get a choice.
Right. They
When
fight
the
for
three
that.
choices you choose from are all in their control. And we're
Hmm.
not going to get into what we talked about the other day through my
Hmm.
program. There's going to be lots of changes. The vibrations are gonna hit in all sorts
Oh
of different
yeah.
areas. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
but that's my motivation. That's my behind. That's how I met Ali. And I think we've done a good job. I think we're going to get lots of people interested. This isn't about you. This isn't about me. It's not even about Ali
No.
or the other doctors that come involved. It's about truth. It's about the American spirit. It's about putting the power and the freedom back in the hands of
Connecting with
parents
people.
and patients. It's about true informed consent and having nobody bully you into what they
Yes.
want.
Yes. Yep.
I'm so for this. And I'm for teams. For teams of all different educations. I want everything to be considered.
Everyone's invited. Yeah. If you
Yes,
want to do it, if you're true to it and you believe in it and you want to work, all
let's do
are
this.
all are welcome to come.
Yes. Okay, so I took this program called Landmark Education ages ago, and I would throw a fit. I have to be honest with you that I was like, nobody wants me to come play at their table. Like I
Yeah,
can't come play with over there and I can't come play with over there. Do you know what I
I've been
learned
through
in this
that.
program? In this program, they said, I get it. You don't feel like you belong at that table over there. You don't feel like you can be at this table over here. You don't feel like you fit into any of these tables. Make your own table.
Make your own table.
And so I made my own table. And at first, I was laughed at and ridiculed. Now, I have a waiting list of people wanting to come in and sit at my table. When I'm at conferences, they people follow me around wanting to talk to me. It's a bit unnerving because I feel kind of awkward, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm getting used to it. It's okay. But it's not about who's right or smarter. It really is about can we stand up and lead together?
Yes.
It's
To do the
about
right thing.
welcoming people to the big table. And then when the
Yeah.
patient comes to the table and you've got all these different practitioners, they're welcome, which I did introduce you to that part of the program. We're putting the infrastructure in at this moment. So everybody chill. But um, yeah, if you don't get the results you want in 3 to 6 months, depending on what we're talking about, you can actually escalate it to the full table instead of just your practitioner. And it's not to make the practitioner wrong. It's not to insult the practitioner. It's an invitation for the practitioner to get a wider, multi-view
Yes.
education. And that is going to alter everything. Instead of standard of practice, black and white, you're right or you're wrong, now it's going to be about biology
Yes.
and the exploration and the input from everyone. It's going to be respecting physiology, understanding physiology. I'm so excited that you joined our team this week. And I'm so
Thank-
grateful that you found the time to do this and you're not afraid of the camera.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, I've grown a lot. I
Yeah,
have. There's been a
me
lot of
too.
growth there. It's a timing thing for me. It
Yeah.
really is. It was time. It's a
We're going to
timing.
pick on Dr. Ali because
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, yeah, we could do more. All right, so this right now is for the Pittsburgh area.
Yes.
We'll be working in Gulf Shores area as well. So that's Gulf Shores, Alabama. We'll be working also in the Shawnee, Oklahoma area, Oklahoma City.
Okay.
But right now, you are going to be my lead point. Off obviously, Dr. Ali is there too, but we're going to be doing a lot of communication, and you're for the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area,
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wexford.
So I'm an hour away from Wexford, where I live.
Okay,
So
but Dr.
Pittsburgh.
Ali's office is Wexford, correct?
Yeah, he's exactly an hour from my house, which I don't mind traveling. I don't. And so yeah, anywhere around that area, my area,
Yep.
anywhere around that
Well,
area.
I'm going to be
Really.
sending you a lovely woman who was sent home with stage 4 cancer, and the doctors want nothing to do with her. Stage 4 breast cancer. Her blood work, I've been working with her for 5-ish months. Her blood work came back beautiful. I think it was a CT scan, came back amazing. But her oncologist and her doctor just basically want to put her on palliative care.
No.
Even though we're seeing such great results, and I shared something today about it being a curse. And I don't care if you're Christian or I don't care what you are, your words have power.
Yes,
And that
absolutely.
that
A
doctor
hundred thousand percent.
didn't do any new testing, just made a declaration that you're dying of cancer. We're just going to send you home on palliative care.
He made that
What?
declaration for her when she wants to live.
And
She
and
wants
and we
to
were
live.
getting great results. He wouldn't even acknowledge the great results. But she's coming to you because I found this wonderful clinical research about IV curcumin.
Hmm.
So we're going to be going and I know you guys have the IV clinic there,
Yes.
man. The other thing I'm looking at, maybe looking for a complimentary doctor in her area of Texas, so she doesn't have to travel that far. But if I can't find that, I'm gonna start bringing teams. I have one team I'm gonna be taking to Mexico to do Demuse stem cells. Um,
Oh,
oh yeah, it's a whole different conversation. We'll be document that as we go. Autistic children, but this woman, I will find the people that can help. I am done playing this game. And if I have to leave the country with a team, I will. Done.
Yes.
I'll leave. I don't care. We'll figure it out. I'm
Yeah, the
done
right
playing
team's
this
coming.
game.
Hmm.
Yes. Um, well, I'm going to stop recording here. I wanted to just have this be a base introduction, and I think we've done a good job.
Yeah.
I think our personalities shined. I think we work well together.
Yes.
And I think Dr. Ali is the calmest one of us.
Oh, he is. I told my husband, I said, it's like perfect. I said, because I feel like Dr. Posey and I are obviously we're different, but we're both very like, let's go. And I'm like, she
Very
is just
alpha.
like, I'm like, this woman, God's hand is on her, Corey.
Yeah.
Like 100 million% God's hand
So
is on
the only
her. And
caution I say is I no longer call myself doctor. I got rid of that because
well,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want.
Then
That's
I'll
okay.
call you
You
whatever
can
you want.
say it. Everyone else can
Well,
say it.
I'd
I
rather
can't
call
say
you what
it.
you want to be called, though.
Um,
Gwen?
Gwen is kind of what I go by normally. I tried for a long time to go by Gwendolyn, but Gwen stuck. When I
Okay.
lost 100 pounds and started living my life differently, I was like, I'm going to change it to Gwendolyn, and then it never stuck. I'm just Gwen. It's
Okay.
okay. We'll be
All
all
right. So
right.
then I'll call you Gwen. I'm fine with that. I don't, I'm,
Yeah.
that's fine with me.
Yeah. And the thing is like if I've got to give up calling myself that to create something bigger, oh, I'm all for it. This again is not about me. It's not about my prestige. It's not about money. It's not about any of these things.
Yes.
It's about creating a true healing community that has all of the availability for a
Resources.
patient, no matter what.
That's it.
If we've got to go out of country to get it because America's stuck up its own butt, then we will.
Yes.
We will
God's,
move this tide. I'm
yes.
done. I'm done
The
playing.
wave's
Are you
here.
done
The
playing?
wave's here. That's why doors are opening right now. The wave's here. God's tired of it. If we're tired of it, can you imagine how he
Yes.
feels?
And this is what capitalism truly is.
It is.
We will create a
Did you
grassroots
see
movement.
what they're doing in Canada?
Yes. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I did.
Where they pulled that guy over. He was at a coffee shop and
And
there was
one
the
person just
psychologist
decided,
there and he and the family called and the cop pulled him over and
yeah.
made him go. He's like, no, like I'll make an appointment with you. And the cop's like, well, I don't know. No, that's not going to happen. We need you to come in now. We're going to take you in
Did you
because of
see
a
they're starting
verbal
to
statement.
euthanize autistic children?
No, I don't think I saw that one yet. What
Oh, they're now starting to say there's no quality of life, and they're starting to euthanize autistic
I
children.
knew about the euthanasia. I heard about that, but I didn't know about the autistic children. Yeah, see, no, I will not stand for that. Listen, I will die going down for what I believe in. And
Oh
I've
yeah.
always said that and I mean it. Like I absolutely mean it. Like I mean it with everything in my being.
Oh
I
yeah.
would literally die for it. I'm not, no. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No.
And that's what
Well,
they're doing in Canada. Like it's here,
I
it's at
know
our doorstep. It's at our doorstep.
it better not be that close. It scares the snot out of me.
Yeah.
Poverty, homelessness, mental health issues, all of those, you're a candidate for euthanasia. You cannot tell me those souls didn't have value.
They
So
do. They
while
want
my
people
grandmother
that
was passing
they're
away, yeah, my
they
grandmother
want
died from lung cancer. I think she died from the radiation. That's a different conversation. But as she was dying, she had about an hour of clarity to talk to me. My life is never going to be the same because my grandmother spent that hour of clarity. Even though her ability to talk had been, turned off for quite some time, even though she was not quite there with us for months, that last hour changed my life. That is the power of letting someone live out their life. And we can learn from these people. Nobody is less than me. No one is
no,
greater than me.
no.
And I will respect even the homeless person on the street
Yep, amen.
and the person that's schizophrenic. That'll be our next topic. So we're doing this again tomorrow. I have decided to lay my genome and my story on the altar of promoting mental health and teenage children.
Yay. Yay.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to be embarrassing. So pray for me a little bit because it's a lot to share. But I'm going to tell you guys my real story about my suicide attempts. I'm
Okay.
going to tell you my real stories behind all the different diagnostics I had as a teenager. And where am I today? And then what did my genomes teach me? And what if that genome had been done on 15-year-old me? What kind of pain and suffering would that have avoided for me throughout my whole life? So that's what we're doing tomorrow night. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. I love working with you. High five. That is such a total white woman thing to do. Embrace it. All right. Talk to you later, hon.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.